Syndicate program.
Hello there. Welcome to Blitz Transmissions. I'm Tommy. Welcome to another edition to our Blitz Bounties live stream series. So, if you're not familiar with Blitz Bounties, what is Blitz Bounties? It's not just my Instagram page that I have where I, show off my new pickups, I show off things that have been added to the collection, all that kind of stuff. It's also a live stream series here on the Blitz Transmissions YouTube channel where I do very similar things to what I do on that Instagram page, like when I get a bunch of toys in from a show or a convention, or in this case, a pile of loot with some other awesome stuff as well. I do a live stream and I show it all off. So here we are today. We're here. We're going to open up not the biggest haul that I've ever had, but we've got some cool stuff. It's going to be mostly Black Series, a little bit of vintage collection today as well. You should definitely check out. I've got still more stuff to open. The stream I did the night before my wedding, the Blitz's bachelor party playday that I did, where I showed off myself, 212 Hunter, Skywalker Hendrix, Commander Cook, and Cheesy Napkin 33, went through like dozens and dozens and dozens of Star Wars toys that I haven't opened yet, and we opened them all up. So here we are today. Today we got a pile of loot, and we got some Target pickups as well, Target pre-orders that came through the latest wave of, Target exclusive pre-orders. So let's get right into it here. As always, we're going to say hello to who's in chat before the stream even started. So we're going to start with Movie Toy Tuber 8090. Mama! Blitz Transmissions live stream is on! We got Commander Bly. What's up? And you see Bly and also Movie Toy Tuber have this little icon next to their name. That means they are a member of the Rancor Battalion YouTube channel membership here on Blitz Transmissions. It's just 99 cents a month. It gives you access to exclusive badges, priority replies in the comments section, access to a plethora of exclusive emojis that were designed by our friend Great White North Empire, and other cool benefits as well. You can also check out the ARC Trooper tier of the Blitz Transmissions Patreon, which Commander Bly is also a part of. We get all the content early and lots of other cool stuff there too. Anakin Skywalker Godzilla 1974, what a name. We got one of our chat marshals in here, Fig Fury Uncus Figus, as his name is in Latin. Did you know that Commander Doom is a reference? No, I didn't know that. I'll have to Google that and double check that. We got Mr. Star Wars 1138. What's going on? The Max Rebo Experience. What's up, dude? Yes, he is dropping knowledge only real fans would know. And if you would also know, you're a real one, if Max Rebo is a ARC Trooper in the Blitz Transmissions Patreon. We got Michael Galupo, my editor-in-chief of the videos. I haven't had any videos coming out the last couple weeks, but don't worry. We got some cool stuff in the works later this week. What's up, everyone? Doom and Thorn are awesome. I know I got mine earlier this week as well. We got Darth Bane in the chat. What's going on? Thank you. I appreciate you. Star Wars and Brews. Mr. Star Wars and Brews coming in with a 10 gifted channel membership bomb right at the top of the stream. Thank you so much, Mr. Star Wars and Brews. We appreciate you. So shout out to all 10 of you guys that got gifted a Rancor Battalion channel membership. You'll get to exercise those benefits for the next month. So enjoy that there. We also got SBB123. We got Rex7567. We got Luffy in the chat. We got one of our sponsors here on Blitz Transmission, CARBONITES. I got some CARBONITES in the mail coming. They didn't show up yet, but they're showing up soon. It's a big old box of CARBONITES, and I'm so excited to get them in. We got Beats Up, one of our Discord moderators over on the Blitz Transmissions Discord. If you want to join the Blitz Transmissions Discord and get access to all the links right when they drop, as well as, great conversations at all hours of the day, you should check out the Blitz Transmissions Patreon. Linked, not Patreon, you can also check that out, but check out the Discord. Linked in the description below. B-Sum's been a channel member for 9 months. Night Rex, what's up, dude? No toys from Naboo? No, because where we stayed, the hotel we were at, we stayed in the more residential area of Milan. If you didn't know, I got married a little over a week ago, and my lovely wife Jen and I went to our honeymoon in Milan, Italy. And let me see, I think I lagged here. Yeah, okay, we're good. But yeah, and the closest toy store to us was like a 40-minute walk. And it was pretty hot in Italy this past week, so we didn't end up going. But maybe next time, if there is a next time. We'll see. Riley Bob, thank you, thank you. Phantom Menace Dennis, what's up, GOAT? We got Hal Runner in here. What's going on? We got... Is it Habarenas? Habarenas? I think that's what it is, yeah? Clones, clones, clones! I got one of them right here. That's Arc Commander Havoc right there. I still have him in my bag. One of my pocket figs from when I visit to Naboo, which I keep forgetting to post my rest of my pictures from Naboo. So, oops. Let's see. Quick, run a giveaway so Hal Runner can win. Yeah, you know what it is. I see Mr. Star Wars and Bruce flexing his channel member exclusive emojis in here. We got Commander Bly's been a channel member for 19 months. Mr. Star Wars 1138 for 16 months. And of course, Fig Fury's letting him know. Don't forget to hit that like button. Bly says, don't tell me what to do. What's Discord? Don't worry about it, buddy. Don't worry about it. And Star Wars and Brews, member for 10 months. Liam, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, guys. We got some Star Wars toys to open up today. So I got three things. 1, 2, 3 things we're going to unbox live here on this edition of Blitz Bounties. And, oh, there, can't forget about Kurt. Shout out Kurt. Greetings from Jersey. What's good, what's good? But yeah, we got some Target stuff. We also got my pile of loot, which technically showed up before I got married. So I've been sitting on this pile of loot for a couple weeks now. But because of life stuff, I haven't had the time to open everything up. So Discord is disagreement. I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean anything else. Yeah. No idea what you're talking about, bro. But, okay, let's get into... I have my pile of loot. This is the main course of our thing here. I want to make sure I don't dox myself here, but I got this great big box here of toys from BigBadToyStore. Shout out BigBadToyStore. Every single month, I try to ship whatever's in my pile of loot, except 2 of these pickups have been in there for 2 months because it was the only thing in there. You know, open the figgies. Let's go. Hey guys, Shelf Life here. We get married transmissions. Let's go. Married transgressions. You know how it is. Dusty Trooper. What's going on, man? Shout out to the GOAT. Check out Dusty Trooper on TikTok and Instagram. If you don't do that, you're stupid and wrong. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get to your level of army building here, except I'm doing it in TVC, not Black Series. So, the old ball and chain transmissions here, guys. I don't think we didn't do a bouquet throw. That's one thing we did not do. We did not do, because I will say most of our friends are in relationships. So, yeah. And we got svny.art. What's going on, dude? How we doing? Oh, he got gifted a membership. Sweet. Okay, so we got, it's not my biggest pile of loot. The other thing, I've kind of been slowing down on the pickups because you guys will know if you watch that last stream, the Bachelor Party Play Day, you'll see that I opened a ton of stuff, and now I have to figure out where to display it all. I'm going to be quite honest. I think this is all going to get rearranged again pretty soon. Yeah. Hey, yo. Maybe I am off. I'm off work Thursday and Friday. Hit me up and we'll play some Fortnite. I think 212 Hunter was also talking to me about doing 212 Hunter. He was talking to me about doing a Discord game night Thursday or Friday. So make sure you're in that Blitz Transmissions Discord. Like I said, link in the description below. We'll get into that because he brought that up to me. We might try and do that Thursday or Friday. Friday, probably not Friday. We should probably do it Thursday now that I'm thinking about it, because Friday we got a big live stream. I should announce this right at the top of the stream. Then we'll get into the toys. I do want to say this too. Okay, there's too much going on. Let me organize my brain. Check out my friend Steve, SithLord229, as well as my friends James, RoboQuiff Collects, and Daniel East 1000, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. They are doing a reveal on SithLord229's YouTube channel, an exclusive Black Series reveal. Make sure to check out their channel. Similarly, as Night Rex brings up, make sure to go check out Bosk's Bounties YouTube channel at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So SithLord229 has 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Bosk's Bounty has 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And you guys can go over to his channel and check out an exclusive vintage collection reveal. Hopefully, he doesn't get something that was as bad as the repack Aura Singh figure, which he got to reveal in person, which is a cool experience, but the figure that he got to reveal was probably one of the worst possible kinds of reveals that you could get as like a veteran collector. So hopefully he gets something cooler than that. He seems to be more excited than he was about the Aura Singh. So... so hopefully you get something cool this time around. Something that I will want to buy as well, hopefully. So let's see. And then yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So can you calculate that in every time zone? Some of us can't subtract 1. Sorry, pal. You're on your own. But repack reveal is on my bingo card. What time on Tatooine? I don't know. How does that work with 2 suns? I don't know. Shout out Twin Sons Collecting on Instagram. Okay, and then the other thing I was going to bring up. This Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, come to the Blitz Transmissions YouTube channel. At 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time this Friday. I'll probably set up the stream tomorrow for this event. I will be doing my live reactions to the Hasbro Star Wars panel, as I always do whenever there's a convention panel or a fan stream. I want to give a shout out to the Imperial Communique on YouTube and Instagram. He's going to be at the panel recording it live. We're going to be reacting from his recording here on the Blitz Transmissions YouTube channel, and I'll be joined by some guests. Of course, I'll be joined by my friend Alexander Storm from the Shadow Nose Network, another member of the Syndicate, and we'll also have 2 other guests joining us, those being Scott Solo from Sarlacc Digest, and also the GOAT, Great White North Empire from Instagram. So, make sure to tune in to Blitz Transmissions on Friday, this Friday, at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The 4 of us will be reacting live to the reveals at the Hasbro Star Wars panel. This Friday, I'm looking at my calendar, the 24th of July, this Friday. Hashtag peace in our time, hashtag balance the scales. Sorry, brother, it ain't never gonna happen. Tired of waiting, hashtag cancel Krell. You heard it here first. Commander Blythe spoken. All right. I think that's all my updates. I think that's all my yapping, my blabbing. Let's open up some toys. So, let's, I don't know. Guys, should we start off on a low note or should we start off on a high note? Because I have one that you guys are going to flame me for this. Okay, let me start with this. And also hashtag Riot for Rada. Yes, we're going to hashtag Riot for Rada yet again this Friday. So guys, so technically these were the only 2 items in my pile of loot for the month of June. And when, June 1st came around, usually the first of the month I ship my pile of loot, and I was like, okay, you guys are all saying low to high. Okay. Well, I'll start low. You guys are going to flame me for this. I already know it. All right. This is one of my pickups from BigBadToyStore. I shipped my pile of loot on the 1st of the month. This shipped, I want to say, end of June. It's a Black Series figure. It's a recently revealed Black Series figure. It is... I'll give you a hint. I know I'm going to get flamed by people because I was dogging on this wave so hard on Sarlacc Digest Toy Chest. I was talking about how I did not like this wave at all. I caved. I pre-ordered this. The droid. This is okay. Let me defend myself a little bit. This is the only one from this wave that I pre-ordered and purchased. This is the only figure from this wave that I pre-ordered and purchased. It is the Droids Retro Card Stormtrooper. Okay. Is this as bad as Carbonized and Credit Collection? Dare I say? I will say that the Boba Fett is. You've Blitz admissions. Boo this man. Yeah, so I skipped out Okay, there we go. Thank you, Fig. This is what I was going to get into. It's a stormtrooper. Yeah, shill transgressions. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, so I got this figure because one of my things with Black Series is I order every single stormtrooper that comes out. Stormtroopers, I should admit, because I used to also get like the carbonized troopers. I used to have those. I sold my carbonized troopers last year. Okay, so what I've pivoted to is like I'm getting every trooper that is in media. Like if it's as seen on screen, I will get that trooper. So to me, I look at this stormtrooper as like a unique trooper, and that's why he has the unique markings around the visors here, okay? Jeez Louise, throw it on the floor. So you can see the only thing that's different about this stormtrooper as opposed to the regular Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper is this gray paint that's around the visors there, and you can see that kind of reflects in the art from the show as well. And it also comes with a coin, so I can add this to my little challenge coin thing, but I've heard that this is plastic. Very unfortunate if that's true. I've heard that the coins are plastic. Tommy's been married a week and it's already taken a toll on him. When faced with adversity, you folded. Dude, I knew. I was like, let's just start with the one that I'm going to get flamed about first. But the real Blitz is in Pabu. This one is fake. I'm CX Blitz. CX clone Blitz. But this is the only one that I picked up. I'm gonna definitely open him. I'll do a review. Yeah, dude, is it a plastic coin? Because I heard from people that it's a plastic coin. Yeah, this is the Italian trooper because he has dark circles around his eyes. That's what this guy is right here. But yeah, so I basically I dogged on this wave. And, you know, call me a hypocrite because I dogged on this wave so hard. I really did. And I ended up getting the Stormtrooper. Now, the other three figures, though, I will hold firm these were not the best decisions for Black Series, especially the Boba Fett. The Boba Fett really should have come on the new body type for Boba. That really annoys me. That really grinds my gears. But it's a Stormtrooper. He'll join the rest of my Imperial ranks. My Imperial shelf is already way too packed. I kind of have to reassess how that looks. But, yeah, it's cool. Stormtrooper, Droid Stormtrooper. And, yeah, that's all I have to say on it. There's really nothing else to say. It's a Stormtrooper with a slightly different paint job and a coin that's probably made of plastic. So, oh well. It is what it is. Sacrilege. Hypocrite. So yeah, that's that. That's the dud. The rest are studs, I promise you. The rest are studs. So let me get back into what I was saying before. So this is going to be one of our unboxings here. So these were the only figures that I had drop into my pile of loot during, I think, the month of May. And I chose not to ship these in June because, like I said, usually I ship them on the pile of loot on the first of the month. So I picked up not one, but two of the TVC Imperial Remnant Snowtroopers. I'm super excited. I love this helmet design here. I love the exposed helmet underneath the bib piece, which unfortunately doesn't exist on this here, but I was like, you know what? I gotta get a pair. I tend to be that way with TVC, whereas with Black Series, I don't really troop build. I just get one of each release. So if like a troop builder has multiple releases, I'll buy like one of each release. These I'll get two right off the gate for a troop builder. So let's dig right in. Let's open up. Yeah, let him breathe. We got that Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper here. So I think he comes with, you get the trooper and you get two blasters. I'm probably going to end up doing one with the E11 and I'm going to do the other one with the sniper style weapon here. So there's that sniper. Let me hide my face here. Maybe it'll. Nope, doesn't want to focus. Whatever. You get the picture. It's the Imperial sniper weapon. But yeah, let's take a look at our Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper here. And I gotta say, right off the bat, he looks pretty good. The backpack is removable. So there's that right there. There we go. Ooh, Darth Bane coming in. You got 4 of these guys. Sweet. But yeah, here's that. Got some really nice painted detail on the backpack there. That looks great. And again, the face. I love how these troopers look, man. Look how good that looks. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, it looks like he also shares a little bit of tooling, maybe a little bit of tooling with the new ATRT driver. Because, fun fact, I may have opened a second Imperial Remnant ATRT. But yeah, so I have my one ATRT here in the running pose. I love the articulated stand, Hasbro included for that. Then I have my other ATRT that I just opened today right here. And so these guys might... Yeah, the shoulder armor and the shoulder armor setup, the arms, I'm pretty sure that's all identical from the looks of it. And the way the belt works, I actually think they actually sculpted... Yeah, they did. They sculpted 2 different belts for these 2 guys right here. So I've got my Imperial Remnant ATRT driver and Snowtrooper side by side. So you can see the belts themselves are the same look, but the attachments, the pouches on the side, the ATRT driver has that holster, and the Snowtrooper does not have the holster, and then the backs of the belts are different as well. You can see the Snowtrooper has the classic thermal detonator in the center of the back of the belt there, and the ATRT driver does not have that at all. So there's that, and then... Oh, wrong figure in my hand. Jeez Louise. And then other than that, I do also appreciate he has the soft goods comma. This is, in my opinion, the biggest flaw of the Black Series Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper. He does not have a comma, a soft goods comma. I'm not a fan of the sculpted plastic, specifically when it like goes below the knees. It's so difficult, almost impossible to get those kneeling positions and like articulate them into the lower, more dynamic posing. So it's kind of a bummer. But articulation's pretty good on him. Got some really nice head range there. Obviously more than a original trilogy Snowtrooper would get. So that's good. And you got, I'm very impressed. I never thought this would be something possible for TVC. O-ring shoulder system? What? O-ring shoulder system? But yeah, he's got the hinge on the shoulders goes above the 90-degree mark. Also better than Black Series. There's a couple things on this figure I gotta say, and this is what since I've gotten more into TVC, I gotta say I know people love to throw the line out there. Oh, well, you know, the Black Series sculpts are more detailed and they're bigger and blah blah blah. But somehow the TVC figures keep getting better and better. Just saying. Not being a hater, because I collect both and I like both, but I gotta point out, I gotta be fair. But yeah, so this guy, he's got good leg range too. Of course, as all TVC figures have. He's got his thigh swivel in there. That's always good. He's got the knee bend. It's pretty typical for vintage collection. It's about 90 degrees. Maybe this one's just a little shy of the 90-degree bend, but it is what it is. Ankle rockers. The forward-facing pin for rocker. Shout out Robo Don't Know. Got the hinge on there. Lots of range on that too. And even the ball joint at the midsection got some decent range in every which way. So let's get that blaster in hand there. The blaster is a nice, like, shiny, metallic, kind of gunmetal gray sculpt. No weathering or paint applications on it, but it is what it is. And then check this out. So here's that rifle in the one hand there. You can see it passes the shake test. And then let's get this, see if we can get this. Because the other thing, a lot of vintage collection figures now have hinge and swivel at the wrists. So you actually get the hinge and swivel motion at the wrist now too. Vertical hinge on the right hand, horizontal hinge on the left hand. So let's see if we can get this guy into a pose where he's kind of aiming down the sights. That's the one thing. It's hard with some of these TVC figures to get them into that two-handed aiming pose there. You can do it, but, you know, it can be a little difficult. But the articulation, it's there. It's like I'm still a little new to how these figures pose. So let's get this guy. I'm very good at posing clone troopers, though, I will say. Let's see. Oh, what's Fig Fury saying? I'll just sell my Black Series and go to TVC. There you go. And then a year from now, you can switch back. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, I threw it on the ground. I threw it on the ground. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with you guys here. Jersey Jedi, what's going on, dude? Welcome in. Good to see you. Shout out to Jersey Jedi. Gave me a nice restaurant recommendation when Jen and I went to Naboo. And we went there, and the food was, in fact, amazing. And it is food that I will, in fact, never forget. So, all right, here we go. Here we got a nice two-handed blaster holding pose with the sniper rifle here. Check that out, guys. Snowtrooper, TVC Snowtrooper, with the sniper rifle in hand. Very nice looking. Yeah, the only articulation point that TVC doesn't have at this point that Black Series has is the butterfly joints. And that's literally just, I don't think that the sculpt of this size could sustain that. So, I'm fine with it. It looks great. He's a great, great figure. I'm very happy to be adding 2 of this guy to the collection as well. Got an army build, people. And I will review the other one here. Get a nice little review for the Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper. So yeah, I did buy that. Hey, Jersey Jedi. A meal with a view. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I saw a question from somebody earlier. So for Black Series, did you just get 1 or did you get 2 to show? So like I said, I only do 1 of each look. So, but I did end up buying 2 because I bought 1 first edition Snowtrooper and then I bought 1 regular Snowtrooper. So that was how that went. Hey, Titterful, what's up, dude? Congrats on your wedding. Yes, we had a fantastic time. It was so great. I was really, really happy. But yeah, so I think that's it for TVC. Like I said, a lot of this is going to be Black Series, but I did want to give a spotlight to the Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper. Let's jump back in to the Slop series here. Let's see, we got a couple deluxe figures. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. Rex, definitely more clones. Well, yeah, clones. Clones my kryptonite, dude. I'm going to sell all my Black Series and TVC and collect the Superior. All right, Fig, you could ban him. We'll just get rid of him, and we won't have to talk to him anymore. Let's check out some deluxe Black Series figures. Finally got him in hand. I feel like I'm the last one on the internet to get this dude in hand. Lord Starkiller. Oh, check him out. Check him out. Cloner. Cloner. But yeah, this guy is sick. I'm so excited. He looks so great. I know Shelf Life probably literally reviewed this guy months ago now. You know, am I right? Did I lag again? Let me check. Did I lag again? No? Okay. Apparently, I don't know what's going on. I'm having this weird, like, stuttering on my screen that's not happening on the VOD. But, yeah. I collect both Black Series and TVC. Yes, that's the way to do it. That's the way to go. That is the way to do it. Hashtag Clone Life. Yeah, but yeah, this guy's super cool. I played the first Force Unleashed game. Call me a fake fan. I never played the second Force Unleashed game. But this figure looks amazing. And I was happy to pay a little bit of a premium on this guy. I know he was like a little over $40 as opposed to the usual $35 that they're charging for deluxe figures right now because he came with those wired soft goods. That is something I will always happily pay a little bit of a premium for when it's that specific inclusion. You know what I mean? I hope at San Diego Comic-Con they introduce Icarus and Scorn for the 2-pack. I will get that in the Mandalorian Commando, like 8 or 10 of them. But first, I will get Maul and Rook Cast from Black Series. Yes, dude. I really hope that Icarus and Scorn are probably going to make it onto my Black Series Most Wanted this year. When we run that again this November, December, I'm definitely going to put Icarus and Scorn because I got 2 of my personal top 12 made. It was the Geonosian Warrior and Arc Commander Blitz. Those have both been made. So I am going to be replacing them with Icarus and Scorn because I really, really like those characters. Must collect all scales. Yeah. Yeah, dude. He's pretty cool, man. I will not be opening this one because I will be doing a full review on the Blitz Transmissions YouTube channel. But, yeah, super cool figure. Very happy to finally have this one in hand. moving right along. We got another deluxe figure. This one, you probably have seen this one all around because a lot of people got this. There was like a Hasbro. Oh, geez, am I lagging? What's going on here? Yeah, I was lagging for a little bit there. Oh my god, whatever. There was like a Hasbro sent out some sort of like press like bin like to people with like YouTube channels, blogs, everything like that, all across the world. With well, I think it was just the U.S. actually with Mando and Grogu merch. They included a bunch of Black Series. They included some TVC, some kids' toys, and the one of the big draws, if you got that box, was this guy right here, the Black Series Deluxe Zeb Orrelios New Republic pilot from The Mandalorian and Grogu. So I got mine from BigBadToyStore. You can see here he looks really good. I have to say, I don't know if it'll stay focused, but the face on this, look at that. Dude, the detail on the face paint on this Zeb is just insane. I'm very, very impressed by the paint on this Zeb. Unfortunately, though, okay, I will say, fortunate but unfortunate. Fortunately, in the two outfits that Zeb wears in the movie, I like this one way more than I like that weird leather jacket outfit that he has in the movie when they go and capture Lord Janu Coin. But unfortunately, in this outfit, he doesn't use his bow rifle. And because I'm OCD and I will only pose a figure with accessories that they were seen on screen with, I will not be posing this guy with his bow rifle. I will just be having him with nothing in his hands. Boo. But yeah. And because of that, Hal Runner, even though I don't really like that outfit, I will happily buy that outfit if they make it because he uses the bow rifle in that outfit, and then I will have a reason to pose a Zeb from the movie with the bow rifle. So, yeah. So, shout out to all my self-diagnosed OCD people here. You met Steve Bloom? Comic-Con New York. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen the Mando Black Box second wave in store. I've been seeing the first editions pop up at Walmart, and I think they also have started popping up at Target too. I personally haven't seen them though. But yeah, any Adelphi pilot in the leather jacket, I will buy. Can you have the bow rifle? No, because similarly with my OCD, I have to keep my hands on all the accessories for my figures. I can't find any of the second wave first edition figures at Target or Walmart. That sucks, dude. They really, I have to say, like, we have such a huge issue in the collecting community with these big retailers, man. The Walmart and Target have been dropping the ball since Toys R Us closed down. They have been just sucking consistently. You know what I mean? Bought 4 Airborne Trooper packs. There we go. There you go. I'm assuming you're talking about TVC, bro. But yeah, there's Zeb. I'm excited to get this guy open. Again, I'm late to the party on this one, but I am excited to get this guy opened and check him out, do a full review on Mr. Orrelios here. So that's the two figures I got. Now, we got FOMO figures to check out here. The first one is going to be from The Mandalorian. It is, I am an IG unit. I will self-destruct. IG-11 Navarro Marshall. I was really excited to see they made him. I did not think this figure was going to get made. I'm very, very happy that it did. Because as quickly as this, appearance came and went, I really like it. I'm glad that IG got a new look when they brought him back instead of just bringing him back for absolutely no reason at all. I also heard that in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, originally, Grogu was supposed to employ the assistance of IG-11 to get Mando back from Nal Hutta. So that's interesting. How cool is that, yeah? But, yeah, super cool figure. See, that's really cool, too. He's got that thermal detonator in his hand. That's, I take it, the one that's in his chest. But yeah, super cool. Pretty basic in the way of accessories, but again, yeah, I'm glad they brought him back. I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? I'm right there with you, Dennis. I also opened all the first editions I bought. I got a first edition of every one of the troop builders, and I opened it because that is how I army build in Black Series. So I have 2 of each of the main troopers, and I have them. Of course, if they have customization options or different weapons, I do it that way, so they can look a little different. But there he is, IG-11. I'm super excited to get him open, and I also heard that they said this on the fan stream where they revealed him. They're gonna that they like retooled the feet somehow, which I don't really have many issues. This is my deluxe IG-12 right here. I've never really had issues with him falling over and like shelf diving and stuff. So I don't know if that's an issue that you guys are having with yours, but for me, I didn't really have that issue. But I guess they retooled the feet or something. Howdy doody, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. I have a whole box display of the first editions. I took empty box from Walmart and they let me have it, and I have it filled with all. That's super cool. That is really cool. Yeah, Walmart's usually really cool about letting you keep those little shippers. Because they're just going to throw them away and they're not worth anything. So they're like, yeah, if some weirdo collector guy wants it, we'll just give it to him. But I have also experienced firsthand that Target, for some reason, is very weird about it. I remember when the first wave of Mando First Editions came, there were a bunch of us collectors that went to my local Target, and we picked them all up, and the box was empty, and the one guy was like, hey, can I take this? And the employee was like, yeah, sure, that's no problem. And he was holding it in his hands, and we're just, kind of chit-chatting in the toy area of the store. And another employee comes walking by, and she snatches the shipper out of his hands. And she's like, you can't have that. And she just, like, without a stopping, just takes it, rips it out of his hands, and continues down the aisle. And the guy looks at us, and he... to us, very quietly under his breath, he mutters, his, it's a not very nice thing. And she must have heard him. It was crazy that she heard him because she was like 20 feet away at this point. He was very quiet about it. She turns around, she goes, what did you say? And he's like, I was talking to them. And she's like, no, what did you say? And he's like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them. And she goes, that's what I thought. And she turns around, just keeps marching down the aisle. We were like, whoa, like, it's one of the craziest experiences I've ever had at a Target or at any big retail experience ever. It was very, very weird. TD3 Trooper, what's up, Goat? Welcome in. Target promised me the Jurassic promo stand-up for Dominion, and when I went in to get it, some other employee took it earlier in the day. Exactly, dude. Exactly. I don't know what they got going on at some of these Target locations. Yeah. Yeah, dude, the Target Karens. It really blew me away. I really have to say, I don't like to cause trouble and stuff, and I genuinely, I thought that guy hadn't done anything that, it was a fellow collector, I really didn't think he had done anything to instigate any of the situation. Just maybe that girl was going through something that morning, right? But anyway, speaking of droids, flyings for droids, and this guy flies a Stap. It's the Mercenary Guard droid from The Mandalorian and Grogu. Look at that. This guy looks great. My one concern about this guy is these legs, these HK-87 legs. These originally showed up on the HK-87 droid from Mando Season 2, and then they showed up again on the Ahsoka HK-87 assassin droid. And here they are again on this figure. I hope that they're just a little more sturdy because that, and speaking of figures that actually I do have problems with falling over all the time, it is these droids with these legs. Yeah. Yeah, her display was in the dumpster behind the store. Yeah. But, new media slop. Yes, of course, Movie Toy Tuber. You're not allowed to like and enjoy Star Wars for just being fun. You have to be a film bro about it, just so you know. But, yeah, okay, yeah, B-Sum's already saying he had to put his on a stand. Damn. That sucks. But, yeah, super cool. I like that he comes with this newly tooled staff. He's got that awesome modified E5 blaster rifle. Got that nice mural art on the side there, as well as on this side right here, too. Some good they did some good job on the mural art for the Mando and Grogu line, I will say. As much as I want Black Series to update their packaging, yes, they are reused. Yes, they are. But, oh yeah, dude, don't worry. I know it. I know the joke you're making. Oh, I know. But yeah, so speaking of troop builders, okay, this is another thing I want to bring up real quick. unfortunately, I only got to see Mando and Grogu in theaters once. This, it came out, it was less than 2 months before my wedding, so we were just doing wedding stuff all the time. It's my busy season at work. I was doing, lots of overtime at work, so unfortunately, I only got to see Mando and Grogu in the theaters once. Maybe one of you guys in chat can answer this for me, because I'm also trying to look into this. I'm waiting for Mando and Grogu to come to disc so I can buy the DVD, and I also want to watch it on Disney Plus. I really want to know, are there more than one of these guys that look like the droid that looks exactly like this? Is there more than one droid that looks exactly like this, or is every single droid in the droid Gatra an individual and like unique in some way? Are there... Hellrunner, are you answering my question? Okay, let me okay, I'm screwing myself up here. Is every droid unique, or that there are multiples? So does that also go for the TVC Super Battle Droid variant as well? Are there multiples of him too? I gotta know. Are there multiples? Or like, and I mean like one that looks exactly like this. Like the droid has the exact same parts, has the little cape that falls off the side. Like, is it the exact same? Oh no. Okay, wait. Howdy Doody says they're all different. Everybody else saying TVC, I only saw the one. I also am inclined to trust Hellrunner because of his eye for detail. Unfortunately, like I said, I only got to see the movie once. So I'm like sitting here and I'm wondering, is this specific droid design seen copy and pasted, like bam, 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 over and over and over again? And like, or is every single droid slightly different? Because if that's the case, I'm only going to want one. But if there's multiple of this guy that look exactly the same, then I need to track down the first edition version and buy a second one. 2 in the tunnels. Damn. I knew I should have. Now I'm going to be kicking myself for that. I didn't buy that first edition version. I'm going to be kicking myself. Damn. I've seen it twice, wish I could remember. Yeah. What's up, Commander Vero? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Damn. All right. Well, I'm going to have to check on that. Yeah. I'm going to have to check on that. I'm going to have to watch the movie. I know it's out on digital now, so I'll have to watch the movie, see what the word is, what's going on. 3 of them outside the base. Dang, man. Damn. Only saw a few different. Looks like one exactly like that. Lion's mane. Okay, so it is somewhat different. That's what I'm getting at. So like there is a different piece of the costume. Okay. Obviously I have to watch the movie regardless. I'll make my final decision. Ironic that clankers adopt individual decos like the clones. Wannabe, bros. Posers. They're posers, dude. Rada was there too. Hashtag riot for Rada. I want to be my own man. I want to be my own man. But, okay. Speaking of troop builders, I know SVNY.art was asking about it earlier. Here he is. The Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper Black Series version. Can I be so honest? There's 2 things about this figure that perturb me a little bit. Annoy me just a little bit. The first one. I already commented on this when I talked about the TVC version. The hard plastic comma. Boo! Not a fan of the hard plastic comma, guys. I much prefer the soft goods commas. Where did I put him? He's right here. I much prefer the soft goods comma for the low commas like this, especially when they wrap all the way around the back. Otherwise, it doesn't pose as well. It makes it a lot more difficult to get those lower, more athletic poses. Hellrunner Base, right there with me on that one. But yeah, that's my one thing. The other thing, did we really need 2 bibs, 2 face capes? Did we really need 2? Because I know they're different levels of wrinkly, but other than that, what's really different about them? You know, I mean, technically it makes different versions of the character, but like, I don't know, for my collection at least, I plan to have just one with the exposed face, and I plan to have one with the bib. You know, I don't know. That's my other thing, that maybe perturbed is the wrong word. I think maybe just, you know, it's like, I don't know. Did they really need to do that? But I'd rather have more than less. So I'm not going to complain ultimately, right? I don't know. I have 7 snowtroopers. That's what I like to see. 0 the hut. Hashtag riot for 0. Mama, why won't Hasbro release an action figure for me? Oh, you got 5 first editions. Wow, dude. Save some for the rest of us, pal. But yeah, this guy looks cool, though. Again, they did a great job with the art. Really like the art on all these figures. But yeah, I'm excited to open this guy. We did already open one. I gotta give a shout out to my sweet cookie, Commander Cook. Let me, yeah, Hal Runner's saying open him. I'll be back. Give me 1 second. Got one over here. Yeah, see? Oh, whoa. Oh, wow, that's... So what's funny is I didn't even get to handle this guy yet. Because on my last stream, on my what's it called stream, my bachelor party stream here, we opened up a bunch of figures, and Commander Cookie opened up the first edition version of this guy. So here he is, wha-bam! The loose version. So what's the deal? Is because I also saw this here. So this comes off. So this, look at that. This pops off, and you can replace it with the exposed face piece underneath on the helmet there. It's very easy. It's very easy to do. I like that, actually. So is this one just one solid head with the face cape attached? No, this one removes too. So what gives? Is it just a different level of weathering? What a strange way to do this. Yeah. Look at that. Whoa! Headless Bill. That's a niche Muppets reference, if anybody gets that. Headless Bill. But, yeah, check that out. It's cool. Very interesting, though. It's completely interchangeable. So I thought maybe one would be solid, like, you know, just with the cape, the face cape attached to it. But they're not. They're the same. They're both removable. Interesting. W design. Gotta say it. I'm gonna cut some hair off my German Shepherd puppy and put it on the Merc droid. What the hell? What? You're a fan of the slightly different mask. Okay. Okay. Hey, Bebart. What's up, Bebby? What's going on, dude? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Welcome into the chat. But you know what? Everyone asks why is Hasbro, but nobody ever asks how is Hasbro. Yeah, nobody ever asks. Debating if I should army build these or wait for an Empire Strikes Back release. I don't know. I also look at, like, it's like authentic battle damage. You know what I mean? I think that's worth it too. Yes, Sith Lord 229 goes live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for an exclusive Black Series reveal. But yeah, here's our Snowtrooper with the exposed head. I love this design. It's so cool. It's so weird. It's so Star Wars. Dude! You got my reference! Muppet Treasure Island! I used to watch that on DVD on repeat when I was a small boy. When I was maybe like 5 or 6 years old. That is so crazy. That is so crazy, dude. That is so crazy. Who is Hasbro? Dude, you don't know John Paul Hasbro? You don't know him? Dang. That is too crazy. Yeah, Muppet Treasure Island, dude. Headless Bill. Headless Bill. What is that one? What is the one where it's like the really hot chick? He's like, big, ugly, baby-faced, baby-eating O'Brien or something like that. And they... Anyway, I'm going to get caught up. But here's this guy. So actually, Commander Cook also told me, and I have a figure on hand here to show this. When we were streaming, Commander Cook showed me that the sniper rifle for our Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper for Black Series is actually a new sculpt. So check this out. So I have on hand the Gaming Greats Stormtrooper Commander from Force Unleashed, which came out 2019, 2020. My gut wants to say 2019. This is the sculpt from that older figure, which, by the way, check out all the awesome weathering on the blaster. And this is the sculpt for the new one. Look at these side by side. It's bigger. It's a new sculpt. This is a new sculpt right here. How crazy is that, dude? How neat is that? So, yeah, the more you know. I feel like, again, that was like totally unnecessary for them to, make a new sculpt for that blaster rifle. But hey, I guess if they got the tooling budget to do it, you may as well just send it and do a new one, Especially if this one maybe is more accurate. It's bigger. It's badder. That's another old movie reference right there. Shout out to all my Incredibles fans out there. My goat Syndrome. Some of you guys out there look like Syndrome, just so you know. But, yeah. The blaster rifle. The new one. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, shout out to Commander Cook he asked me, we were streaming, and he was like, is this a new sculpt? And I was like, well, let me grab one of my figures that, has the old one posed. But, yeah. Older, dude, we're like, are we gonna go to a Muppets thing? I had a huge Muppets phase in like 4th grade, especially 4th, 5th grade. I had a huge Muppets phase. Where's Bly? Yeah, old Tom, very old Tom, dead Tom. Oh yeah. That's stupid. All right, let's get back on track here. We're getting to but yeah, this guy's great. I really like him too. And I gotta say, I've been a big fan of like Black Series moving more universally to ball jointed wrists or roly poly wrists, and doing the butterfly joints on all the figures, and I feel like it's been a good way to go. But I have to say, my one critique: soft goods, please. If it's a long cape like this, and it will affect the articulation, the way the way that it's designed, let's do the soft goods if we can. That's my critique on that figure. But where's my super suit, bro? Angel McGee. Yeah, dude. But I need to watch that movie. You know what else? I don't know if you guys know Muppets Wizard of Oz, because I keep telling my wife we need to watch that movie together. It's dude, what's it? Oh, because I yeah, hard goods are so 2024. Because there's one point in the movie, I for some reason quote this all the time. I don't like it because we always find ourselves in like scenarios where I can quote it, where Sam the Eagle's character, when they get to Oz and they're whispering like what Dorothy, who's played by the singer Ashanti, did to the Wicked Witch of the East, and he's like, what flattened by a double wide. Like, it's so stupid, it's so dumb. I need to watch that movie. Muppet Haunted Mansion. I haven't seen Haunted Mansion. Maybe I have seen it. I like I said, I was a huge Muppets fan. My favorites when I was a kid were Muppets from Space, Muppets Wizard of Oz, and Muppet Treasure Island. Those were my 3 favorite Muppet films when I was a kid. All right, pal. Somebody ban him. All right, we'll get Dusty Trooper out of here. Anybody who agrees with Dusty Trooper, all banned. All right. Moving right along, the last figure of this wave. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. We got Embo. This was... Oh, geez. What did I just do? I fat elbowed the keyboard. Look at that. Embo, dude. When I heard rumors about this guy showing up in Mando and Grogu, I was like, oh, it's probably a cop-out, like what they did when they said Plo Koon was going to be in the Season 2 finale of Mando. Dude. This guy, seeing him on screen, this is one of those characters. I thought his costume, his look, his execution, his voice lines, his fighting style, his animation, everything about Embo and Mando and Grogu felt so authentic to his character in the Clone Wars. Bro, you guys need to stop talking about this hat, bro. You guys are scaring me about the hat. It's a slap in the face to the collectors. It's a slap in the face to not include Kibu. I agree. They should have included the dog. Make it a deluxe and include the dog. And then don't make Zeb a deluxe because he shouldn't be a deluxe. And make him a regular figure. But yeah, Embo, super sick. I would totally get a repaint of this guy with Clone Wars. But again, I'm going to share my gripe on this figure. Guess what? He's got the hard plastic comma again. Boo. We got to get the soft goods, guys. I'm really worried about this figure's articulation. I'm worried that I can't pose him in the very acrobatic poses that Embo needs. You know what I mean? He's a very acrobatic character. This is okay. Let me also say this. I'm not against hard plastic when the hard plastic is for a character that isn't acrobatic in any way whatsoever. So like a character like your cantina patrons, your Jabba denizens, if all they do in the movie is just stand there menacingly, then I don't care. That's fine. Like, do the plastic. I don't really need them to articulate anyway, because I'm not having them do anything crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Princess Leia's hard plastic also kind of annoyed me a little bit that last year. It looks good, yeah, but like it's an action figure. I wanna do action poses, and Princess Leia's like doing all kinds of action stuff. Have you watched the Death Star sequence of the movie? You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of stuff she does in the movie. The new figure, you can't even get her into that kneeling pose where she's putting the Death Star plans into R2 because of the way that the hard plastic is. So I tend to prefer soft goods for a character that does more than just stand there. If it's like a character that literally just stands there and you want to do the hard plastic, by all means, do it. But I think that soft goods are just infinitely look and work better. You know what I mean? To your question, Mr. Bebart, Embo's dog in the Clone Wars is named Marok. It's a different dog. It's a different species altogether, actually, in the Mando and Grogu movie. Yeah, so it's a Kibu, I believe it is. It's Keibu. I believe it's Kibu. I've never heard it pronounced, but I that's how I'm choosing to pronounce it. I don't know. Have you met Darth Moocher? He's stupid Darth Moocher. But yeah, so the dog, if you look at the design of Embo's dog in the Clone Wars, that dog is actually a completely different. Well, I think it's implied that Marok is dead by the time of Mando and Grogu. I think that's what it is, and I agree, Darth Bane. They should do both dogs. But yeah, what are they called? Someone's gonna know. I think this is another one that I feel like Howlrunner's just gonna know. What are the species of the dogs that kill Evan Peel in the Citadel arc of the Clone Wars? It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. It's at the front of my brain. It's like just a little foggy. They have the big tooth that comes out of their bottom jaw. Oh, it's gonna kill me. They're like wolves. They're like these big creatures. Anubas! Yes! See? There we go. I knew Howlrunner would know. I knew. But yeah, the Anubas. That's what it is. I was going to say Sinubes, and I was like, no, that's Terra Sinube. Like, yeah, the Anubas. That's what that one in the Clone Wars. He has a dog that's that same species. And then he gets Kibu in the Mandalorian and Grogu film. Embo. Can't wait to open this guy. Gonna definitely do a review for him. Speaking of dogs, there's a dog hair of mine on the front of my box here. But yeah, he looks great. I can't wait to open him, review him for the channel. He's gonna be awesome. Swagtastic, even. But now we've covered that. That's it for my pile of loot. So shout out to the goats over at Big Bad Toy Store. I buy from Big Bad Toy Store. Almost all of my action figure orders and pre-orders come through Big Bad Toy Store. Awesome. Probably my favorite American toy retailer in the U.S. I buy everything through them if I can. Even if it means I'm paying a little bit more. But, yeah. Does the dog hair count? No. Cody hair does not count. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Is tomorrow SDCC reveals for TVC? If not, if we even get a HasLab. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, go to Bosk's Bounties YouTube channel. 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, go to Bosk Bounties YouTube channel. You want to check out that. He has an exclusive Vintage Collection reveal tomorrow. I don't believe that Vintage Collection is getting a HasLab this year. And I think that there is a reason. I would speculate that there is a reason for that, because it means that whatever they're doing for 2027 is so big that they want people to be kind of prepared for it. So, with that said, just keep that in mind. But we're not done yet, guys. We finished our big bad pile of loot. We still have some Target pre-orders to go through. So, got a few figures here. First off, let's go over the one that's kind of a little bit lame, but I bought him because I'm a guy that does... I collect Black Series for character selection. I don't collect Black Series on every figure to look and pose like an SH Figuarts or a Rebel Tech. I buy it for the character selection, right? Because I'm a Star Wars fan first, collector second, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody ban Fig Fury from the chat, please. Is it a Sandcrawler? Oh, brother. Dude, I meant to say this. This is my Blitz Transmissions gets an exclusive TVC reveal right now. I'm actually revealing the next HasLab for TVC. It is the TVC Sandcrawler. Check it out. This is the TVC Sandcrawler HasLab. You guys like that? You guys like that? This is the TVC Sandcrawler. The big brown box. Wow. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Wow. The big brown box. It still blows me away that there are unironically people that said that that would be cooler than the Republic gunship. End video. Let's see. Retro HasLab. Actionverse HasLab? Could be. Was I lagging? Was it bad? Was lag bad? What's up, Peak Obi-Wan? What's going on? It's so realistic. Yeah, that's just the prototype. That's not the final one yet. It doesn't have lights and sounds. Use your imagination, right? It's die-cast, actually. It's die-cast. But, anyway, let's talk about some other figures here. This is probably going to be... Oh, it is the big brown box. That's what the Sandcrawler is. Check it out. We got... He's under... Oh, that's the wrong figure. Oops. What an idiot. I can't believe I just did that. He's under us! He was under me just now, and that's why I couldn't find him, and I accidentally grabbed Embo to show you guys on screen. This is the Target exclusive Imperial Remnant Warlord and Polar Mouse Droid. Remember the iconic Imperial Remnant Warlord and Polar Mouse Droid? Yeah. Look at that, dude. But check it out. That box would get funded over a Rancor? That's crazy, dude. Professional YouTube? You're banned. Someone get B-Sum's ass out of the chat. You're banned too. Anybody laughing? All banned. Anybody laughing? Everybody's banned. Back to this guy. Check out this chud. We got the Imperial Remnant Warlord and Polar Mouse Droid. He's pretty cool. Again, I bought him for character selection. You know, he's not an exciting action figure, but it's a new character. He's like a minor villain in the movie. So I got no problem picking him up. Happily pick him up. I'm sure he will go to deep clearance and he will plague the Target shelves for the next 5 years, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too, man. Definitely looking forward to the reveals. Again, SithLord229 YouTube channel at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Then go to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Go to Bosk's Bounties YouTube channel for that stuff there. Tommy, any Black Series you want to see from San Diego Comic-Con? If they don't reveal... I said this on Toy Chest last night on Sarlacc Digest. If they don't reveal every Clone Trooper ever and a 6-foot-long Black Series ATTE HasLab, I'm quitting my collection forever. But unironically, I do hope we get some cool Clone Wars stuff, prequel trilogy, you know, maybe some Dark Horse Comics stuff. And hopefully they throw us a few curveballs to get me excited. There's still some stuff from Mando and Grogu I'd love to see. There's still some stuff from Maul Shadow Lord I'd love to see. Definitely would love to see some more Bad Batch stuff. So yeah, I've still got lots of stuff. Yeah, yeah. The guy that gets blown up. I know he has a name too, and I completely am. That's a Hal Runner. We'll just keep using Hal Runner. He's our free encyclopedia. Hey, Jamie, pull that up. Hal Runner, pull that up. Pull that up for me. But yeah, we got the Imperial Remnant Warlord and Polar Mouse Droid here. But yeah, ooh, Old Republic stuff. Yes, give us Jace Malcolm. That's my number one from that game. I want Jace Malcolm. This dude, this chud. What's this dude's name? Because I know he has an in-universe name now, doesn't he? Yeah, Hal Runnerpedia. There we go. There we go. His name is Commander Barro. Is that his name? Actually, I believe you if that's what you're saying. But yeah, check him out. Only way to get the mouse droid as of right now. Okay, and let me say, I'll use this as a there we go. Commander Barro. I do like his mafia jacket too, his mob boss jacket. Let me say, this is something that I have been increasingly frustrated with in the Black Series lately, and I don't like how much it's happening. It feels like it's happening. Maybe I'm just noticing it more, but it feels like it's happening more now in the last 6 months. I'm really not a fan of the usage of old, dated sculpting when there is new sculpting for the same costume that already exists. In the case of this guy, I really don't like that they went with the pinned double jointed legs for the Imperial officer pants when they literally have already sculpted new single jointed, much more consistent with what else comes out in the line right now, single jointed Imperial officer legs for the Ahsoka Grand Admiral Thrawn. Okay? I can say the same thing about it's funny, all the figures that I'm like bringing up now, all right. What's going... Uh-oh. Am I lagging? What's going on here? Oh, am I stupid? Did I lag? I tried to pull up a comment. It didn't work. All right. Somebody ban Babart. This is the biggest offender right here. We literally have a better Boba Fett. Literally have a better Boba Fett. Like, come on, man. But, yeah. Somebody ban Babart. Anyway... Where's B-Sum? I have the Hot Toys Snow Mouse Droid. Hey. But again, it's stuff like that. It is stuff like the Carth Onasi from the Mission Vow and Carth Onasi 2-pack. Rather than use the Kanan Jarrus pinned double jointed legs, why didn't you use these legs, which are extremely similar, and with how old that game is and how low res that game is, I feel like it's close enough, similar enough. Use the legs from Lothal Ezra Bridger. I feel like this would have just been a smarter choice with the newer articulation scheme. They've got decent articulation on them. I feel like that would have been a smarter choice. And it happened again. With the Boba Fett. You know, it's something that keeps happening, and I want to keep calling it out. I think, and to Darth Bane's point, I think, as I will say, as a community, I think I'm going to start pivoting from, rather than calling it lazy, because on their end, they're looking at it as, on Hasbro's end, when I say they, how can we maximize the profit on this figure? You know what I mean? Like, how can we... Right, but, like, gotta get use out of the old molds, but, like, you've already gotten use out of the old molds. They've done a ton of Imperial officers on... Not a ton. They've done several Imperial officers on the pin double legs. They've done a ton of Boba Fett's on that old body. We have the same costume. It would require no new tooling, to do that. To make, because they already have the newer parts, and you're getting more reuse out of the newer parts that you tooled. I could say the same about, like, the new Plo Koon with the Mace Windu body. It's like, why can't we use one of the 5 new Jedi bodies that we have from the Acolyte Black Series wave those figures, that sculpting's not getting reused. Let's reuse that. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I get it. It's a money thing, right? So for me, it's like I would rather them do it right the first time. I guess that's where I'm coming from. I'd rather them do it right the first time. Sue me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess rather than calling it lazy, I'd rather call it they're doing it the wrong way. You're choosing the wrong things to reuse to get a better figure. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. It's a money saving thing, right? And we don't know how that works when they're putting things together at the factory or things like that. But yeah, well, but this is my point though. Is like that with the figures that I gave examples for, they are reusing parts when they have other stuff that they could reuse that's newer. It's like when they reuse Clone Trooper pinned to double jointed legs. You already have newer clone legs. I say this on the ARC Trooper 3-pack. The big Yahoo made them use the old mold. Why do it right the first time when you can repack the character 1 to 2 years time with updated parts? And they'll buy it. And Hal Runner's right on that part. We'll keep buying them. But I will say that like with the ARC Trooper 3-pack with the Blitz 3-pack reveal, which I'm so excited about. I bought 3 of them. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, they already have an updated Clone Trooper body. It literally would cost less for them not to glue the knee armor to the thigh armor. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it literally would cost less to do that. Hal Runner, bringing up a great example. They put the old Darth Nihilus out single-packed, and he ended up going to Walmart. And then not even 6 months later, they put a brand new Darth Nihilus out in a 2-pack with a highly desired character, Darth Treya. You know, so that kind of stuff is the stuff that makes me roll my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's an end of rant. That's my big thing right now. I really, if they're going to reuse old tooling, which I have nothing against. I have nothing against being smart and reusing old tooling. I would rather them use the newer tooling that they already have rather than going back to older tooling that they've already improved upon for that character look. That's my point. Let's see. What's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Someone sent me a video of them taking the new biceps on the new clone onto the ARC Trooper 5's figure. Yeah, that's my point. They can do it. It is a thing that can be done. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is at the end of the day. Anyway, we've had our little discussion. I am going to review everything that I've shown off today. But we got Peak to show off here. So I got, as my friend Alexander Storm calls them, the red light, green light clones, right? The red light, green light clones. We got the red light and the green light. Uh-oh. We got Clone Commander Thorn and Clone Commander Doom. I jumped out of my seat, exploded, went to the afterlife when these got revealed back to back in May. And I was so excited. I want a green one. I want a red one. They look so good. And I'm so excited to open them. The question is, guys, which one should I open first? Because we're going to open both. Clone Trooper! I want a red one and a green one! Clone Trooper! Which one are we opening first, guys? Red light, green light clones. Which one are we opening first? Start dropping it in the chat. Open the green one! Rip them open. Go Doom. There's people saying Doom. They got Doom. 5 targets, no Doom. Red light, green light, red light, green light. I know, dude. I'm excited for him showing up. All right, I think I'm seeing more. I think I'm seeing just slightly more for the green light clone. I think I'm seeing more. It's like literally 50-50. You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. Okay, I'm seeing more for Doom. I'm seeing just a little bit of an edge for Doom. So let's get Commander Doom opened. I got 2 of this guy. Hang on. Where's the other one? Oh, that's right. My other Commander Doom hasn't shown up yet. Wait, no, he has. Wait a minute. I'm losing my marbles over here. What's going on? I bought... Wait. Because I bought... Oh, here he is, back here. I bought 2 of these guys for my collection because I'm starting a new shelf on my display. I want to give a focus to the fan polls that I run for the Star Wars action figure community. My first fan poll that I ever did, and it's run 2 years in a row now, was the Order 66 March Madness for Black Series. March Madness Order 66 edition. It's a Clone Trooper only Star Wars Black Series fan poll made for Clone Troopers that have not yet been made in the Black Series line. Like never before done characters in the Black Series, right? So I bought one because I'm going to make an Order 66 March Madness shelf that I'm going to do. And then my other one will go on my main, this top display across here is for all the Star Wars animation. So obviously this guy's going to go on that display. So... up the Greenlight Clone Troopers. That and brother, you gotta support. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. But oh damn, throwing figures on the floor. But I wanted to open this guy up because I thought it would be cool. And again, it's like support what you want to see more of. I want to see more of the clones in the Black Series. I love the clones, and I will happily support clones in the Black Series, brah. Here he is. Let's get him out the tray. I'm so excited. I can't. Oh, I threw Darth Malgus on the ground. Uh-oh. I'm doing my part. Yeah. I thought having 3 was bad. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait, dude. Wait a minute, guys. You know what? So, this is a fun fact about this figure, actually. Did you know that Clone Commander Doom is based on the Marvel Comics character Doctor Doom? Did you know that? Little known fact that only true fans know. So, let's bust him open and check him out, because I've heard really, really good things about this character here. Let's see. So he just comes with his 2 blaster pistols, and that's completely fine because he never yeah, right. Agreed. Hard agree. We need this guy on the updated body, the shock troopers, 100%. So here he is. Let's take a look at him here. Oh, no way. That is what I like to see. A solid helmet sculpt underneath the head with no Tamara Morrison head in it. A more proportional head for the figure. Awesome. This is a new helmet sculpt, by the way, because they also include the not technically Commander Cody style pieces there. And to shelf life's point, I do not have the wrinkling issue on the comma here with this guy. It's a little wrinkled, but it's not horrible. I saw your video with your Thorn. That one is pretty bad. But yeah, here he is. Look how good he looks. I love it. The weathering on the armor. It's so Clone Wars style. I love it. They don't weather a lot of Clone Troopers nowadays. They really knock this guy out of the park. And of course, he is on the new Clone Trooper sculpt, the 2023 Clone Trooper, the one that I wish Blitz, Colt, and Havoc were on. This is just, I will say, this Clone Trooper body, one of the best in the line, and this guy might dethrone the clone that I think is the best in the Black Series line right now. This, in my opinion, is the best clone in the Black Series right now. The Gaming Greats Coruscant Guard Phase 1 Trooper. In my opinion, this is the best looking Clone Trooper and best articulating Clone Trooper in the Black Series. Hot take, because I know a lot of people love those old 2013 sculpts. But is there something on his backplate? Yes, so shout out to Shelf Life. He was the first person I saw point this out today when he did his review on Instagram of Commander Thorn. This overlay has this little hole in the middle that's been filled. And you may be wondering, what is the deal with that? This chest overlay for this character is reused from a new figure that we got last year. This chest overlay is reused from the new Clone Commander Cody. So, let me show you the Commander Cody figure that came out just last year, which I think he was revealed in May of 2025, wasn't he? Because I feel like that. Yeah, he was definitely not revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. Didn't they? I feel like they revealed. Did they reveal Ayla Sakura and the Magna Guard, or is that at just a fan stream? I'm talking about stuff that doesn't even matter. Let me show you the action figure over here. So this right here is the Commander Cody figure, right? The new Commander Cody that came out last year. This chest overlay is the same. And Commander Thorn shares this chest overlay as well. And you can tell because it has the little badge on the left side of the chest plate there. So what they did was, for Commander Cody, they have the jetpack as a separate piece that actually plugs into the back of the overlay, but it's glued in. And they did that, you know, being a little bit forward thinking, which I always appreciate. So then they filled it in with this little peg here, which I assume is just glued in there on the back of the torso. It's okay. I honestly, I wouldn't have cared if they left it just a peg hole, because then you could plug in an accessory into it. You know, like, personally, I don't really care. Got to give that one to Tommy. Let's go. Target worker sent me to another target that had 6 dooms. Spent an hour there, 3 different employees. They weren't even out yet. Boo. Highly recommend you go check out Yak Face, because Yak Face has UPCs, and you can have the worker scan the barcode and it'll tell them if it's in the back or not. However, sometimes you just get Target employees that don't get paid to care, so they'll just send you on your way. But yeah. So anyway, that hole in the back really breaks up the sculpt. Yeah, I don't care for it, but I also don't mind it. You know, like it's kind of it's an inconsequential thing for me. Let's see. Hashtag. Someone's sending me something. Hashtag leave the hole unpegged Hasbro. Nice. But yeah, Commander Doom. Looking great. Let's get him with his blaster pistols in hand, shall we? Or should I do the famous Commander Doom pose first for him? I love that this new clone has bicep swivel, by the way. Absolutely love it. Let's get this. Dude, you can really hug these arms in with how flexible the overlay is at the chest and the bicep swivel. You can really get these figures to cross their arms nicely. Let's get this twisted over here. There we go. Look at that. Nice little crossed arms pose. The Commander Doom pose right there. Yeah, check it out. Does Commander Cody ever fly? He only ever did it in 03 Clone Wars. I don't even think he did it in... Did he do it in Clone Wars Season 7? I don't think he did. But yeah, he technically has a jetpack. He just, much like Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett, doesn't use it. Also, shout out to the 2023... the peg of Doom. That's crazy. Doom got pegged? Anyway, yeah, so this is just... I really think that this sculpt is one of the best in the Black Series. My biggest things, this is another critique I have of the Blitz pack, I wish they would have done a little bit better here, is... give me one second. This figure is just... It's such a posable figure, these new Clone Troopers. It's amazing. I love the printing on the comma. Some of my favorite features of the newest Clone Trooper body are the trigger fingers on both hands, and also the loose knee armor here. I love that the knee armor is a loose, free-floating piece. Just makes it look so much better. Look at that. Great. Just first pose there. Absolutely love this guy. That, yeah, so I'm gonna get him. I'll just get him in a couple more poses here. But I'm already in love with this figure. He's just perfect. Really, really, truly, I think he's a perfect figure. Peg of Doom is on international. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But yeah, this guy's just awesome. Just so much detail on this character. And yeah, I love him. He's great. Everything I wanted him to be. But yeah, and look at the because he doesn't have the stupid head underneath. Look how much range you can get out of that helmet there. So much range. I love it. But let's see. I can make clones, but damn do I suck. I tell people all this time. I tell people this all the time. If you want to get good at posing, my recommendation is to check out promo photos of a character and try and replicate those promo photos. Like, especially like the prequel trilogy, there are so many photos of clones that you can like just replicate. And especially with how good the figures are at posing now, you can really replicate them well. But here's another just little mid-stride walking pose for Commander Doom here. I think he looks pretty cool. But yeah, looks awesome. Let me get one more here. But yeah, that was how I practiced when I was in like college and stuff, and I first like really started getting into the Black Series line specifically. I would spend a lot of time like just looking at promo photos, because there's different ways to pose action figures, right? So a lot of what's like popular, if you look at like Fig Talk content, which is like TikTok's like figure community content, a lot of that is the very exaggerated comic book style, like a lot of the poses you can get with like Revel Tech and SH Figuarts figures, which offer that more like anime style comic book posing, which is just very exaggerated and stuff. Like, and is it a pose that someone would really hit if they were in the costume though? That's like the big question. So that's something that I try to do with my figures. I'm not trying to downplay like that posing. Like, it looks fantastic, and for certain kinds of figures it's great. But like for me, I try to go for poses that like that character might actually hit. You know what I mean? Like, so looking at this here, like this is a pose that if I was watching the Clone Wars or something, that I would see Commander Doom maybe actually get into. Meeks! Shout out Meeks! What's going on, dude? Welcome into the stream. But yeah, that's kind of my big thing, is I try to... There's different styles of posing that you can go with. Like, so if I don't know, that pose I just showed, for example, that's something I'd put on my shelf. Like, that's something that is not so anime-esque. It's to me, it's more realistic as to what a character like that would do. Anime style is better for clones. I think it just depends on your display, you know what I mean? But like, so if I were going with more of an anime pose for a clone trooper, maybe I would go with something, and that's my other thing, is I'm not very good at this kind of posing, but like, maybe I'd go with something like this. Something that, you know, maybe this character wouldn't actually hit. But yeah, it really is what it comes down to. Like, it's so weird to say, like, oh, if you want to get good at posing action figures, then, you know, do it like that. But yeah, that's a good way to do it. Looking at comic panels, looking at, you know, promo photos, things like that. But so maybe like if I were going for like an anime style pose, then maybe I would go for something like this. You know, it's a lot more exaggerated of a movement, and it's not something that, like, if I was watching the Clone Wars necessarily, I would see Doom like actually pose like this. But if you're into just a more exaggerated style of posing, then maybe this is something that you would be interested in, you know? So that's what I like about the 2023 Clone Sculpt. It's one of the most posable action figure bodies in the entire Black Series line. But yeah, for me, it's one of those where, I don't know, I just don't. Also, look at how this figure can literally cross his arms. That's how good the butterfly joints are. Cross his arms over each other. But yeah, so it's just one of those. Like, do another one here. This is another pose. Like, this one's kind of like in the middle. Like, depends on what kind of a... Are you going for an action shot? Or are you a figure photographer? You know? But yeah, so this is more of a more dynamic pose here that I think could work in either display. So like he's walking backwards, kind of jumping back. He's got his pistols out. Yeah, I spend a lot of time, especially, actually, Bebart, you probably know what I'm talking about. When you're, like, editing a video or you're working on something at your computer and you just have that one figure, or maybe, like, in my case, those 20 figures that just end up on your desk. Yeah, just, it's good to, like, just pose them around and take the time to, like, figure out what you want to do with them. But let me actually get one more. See, I can't stop playing with this guy. He's awesome. He's literally, in my opinion, this figure's like perfect. But there we go. There he is. Commander Doom. Ready for action. Amazing figure. Possibly a top 5 of the year for me. But the figures have more space than me. That is correct. That is correct. Spider-Man, that's another good example. Like, Spider-Man is a character that fits that anime style, more comic book style posing. You know what I mean? Yeah, combat scenes, you want the more dynamic articulation, that's for sure. Like, yeah. And I think that they found a good mix with that. Now, I saw somebody ask, did I get Commander Thorn? Yes, I did. And of course, just like Commander Blitz, I bought 2. 2 Commander Thorns for the Blitz Transmissions collection. I also have a third one over here, but this one's for Bly, so that's not mine. I just bought it for him. So, I want a red one! Give me the red one! Let's open peek. Let's get right into it. This is another one I'm excited about because this is the long-awaited, I can't believe the Black Series has been going for almost 13 years. In August of this year, in just 1 month, it'll be 13 years. Of the Black Series, and we're just now getting the Z6 rotary cannon. About time. Here it is. I'm so excited. I don't really know. This is the one thing about this accessory that's like kind of confusing me. What's up with this handle? Why is that like that? That's like so weird. But it spins. I love it. It spins. Yeah. Check that out. That's cool. I can't... Oh, whoa. It popped right off. What the heck? Does that do that? Am I missing a piece? Just slides right off. Yeah, no, I guess it just slides right off. Which it makes sense, though, why, like, that piece is painted. Because it just slides right off the accessory. But yeah, it spins. The barrel spins. That is just too awesome. I love it. But yeah, I did. Yes, I did. One is going to be for my a display that I'm building for clones that appeared on the March Madness Order 66 edition bracket. And then the other one is going to be for my Clone Wars display. So this guy has, oh, look at that. They have a little plastic insert underneath the comma. The reason that that's there is so that the dye from the comma, which they dyed black, doesn't transfer onto the white armor and stain it. That's super cool that they did that. But my tagline for this was for the Republic, but then it like cut underneath my stream overlay. So I want a spinny one. But yeah, so let's check this guy out. Once again, the detail on the helmet is pretty perfect on this guy, which I guess mine's a little bit off on the helmet here on the one side. On one of the wings, you can see it's just a little bit above the visor here. No biggie. Not something I'm worried about. But he has the same overlay, that Commander Cody overlay, so you'll see he also has that little plastic peg that's filled in the back, the center of the back armor there. But other than that, I mean, looks great. The elastic band on the belt is sitting underneath the comma, I should say, is sitting underneath the belt. That's a very easy fix because the belt is a loose overlay. So what I do is I kind of like pinch it towards the front of the figure, and then you can kind of tuck that elastic band underneath the belt, and then it sits much more flush. So give me 1 second while I mess around with that a little bit. But let's see. There's that. There's that. Yeah, I might have to take like a Q-tip or a toothpick, and fix that. But yeah, it's already much better. You can see it's sitting much more flush with the belt. But you can push those up underneath It's not hard to do, but the comma's great. I love that they kept true to the Clone Wars style comma, because in my opinion, I know there's like weird cloners out there that are very weird about clone designs, and they think everything should be based on Revenge of the Sith. Wrong. If it's a different shape, it's a different shape, you know? Thorn got pegged too? Bruh. But yeah, his holsters work great. It's actually it's the same belt overlay as Thorn has, or as a Doom has. But yeah, same base figure. So really, really excited to Black Series full-size helmets for these dudes. Ooh, that would be cool. I think people would be down for that. What do you guys think? Yeah, but let's get this guy posed up with the rotary cannon. I have been wanting the rotary cannon in the Black Series for so long. Okay, something we got to talk about. Let me learn you guys something on how to pose a clone with a rotary cannon. The rotary cannon is a heavy weapon. So a lot of times when the clones are shooting it, it sits down at the waist, where the trigger is, by the trigger finger. That sits down at the waist, and they kind of reach out with the other arm there. Now, what's great about this figure is that he has the vertical hinge on the left hand and the right hand. So he can actually hold the rotary cannon more accurately, which is perfect. That's what we're looking for this here. And that just split apart. So I guess that's something to be careful of. The handle piece of the rotary cannon doesn't break, but the peg system on it is very loose, and it can split right off there. So the hinge here, where it kind of hinges right down here, that just like popped off. I was able to snap it right back on, so it's not broken or anything. But so if I want to, and a lot of times when the clones are holding this weapon, it's a lot lower. Like they're in a wider stance, they're in a deeper stance. So like Doom, when he's holding this weapon here, oh, this is so cool, dude. I'm like, this figure's gonna be a new obsession of mine. This is how the clones are holding this blaster when they're firing it in the show. This is like an accurate depiction of how these clones hold these blasters in the show. And I think my camera's mirrored, so it looks a little bit weird. But this is how they look. I'll actually give you guys like a little bit of a tutorial on how like I pose a figure. So like, let me Google Clone Trooper Z6 rotary cannon. So like because this is the other thing, like when you get a new accessory like this, a lot of times like you're kind of wondering how these guys will, pose up, and you're kind of, this is something that I do a lot when I'm posing a figure. I've posed Clone Troopers a ton, but I haven't obviously posed many Clone Troopers with this accessory before, because this is the first time that this accessory has appeared in the Black Series line. So if I want to pose this guy up, share my screen, do this right here, and we got just pictures of the Z6, right? So is there a better way to do this? All right, cool. So we've got a Z6 rotary cannon. Obviously, this one's from 03 Clone Wars. So that guy, very similar pose to how I have this guy posed, except that trooper has his arm completely extended, and he's got that a little bit lower. And we can utilize that vertical hinge on the right hand to really give us that nice angle there on the right arm, and we can get that nice style of the 03 style posing for that rotary cannon, just like that. And you can see an almost identical pose, just trying to match what the picture from the media is doing, right? So let's look at some from the Clone Wars, right? So here's a picture of hard case, but this is like a render. That's not, an actual picture of a character in the show or something. Here's the same clone trooper from 03 Clone Wars. For some reason, we're only seeing 03 Clone Wars. It's very strange. Oh, here we go. Here's my GOAT, Clone Trooper Buzz, right here. For some reason, Commander Cody has one on the cover of Republic Heroes. This is cool. I had a book when I was a kid. This is the cover of the book. Here's Jack. There we go. Here's another one there with Jack holding one. And you can see that wrist has that vertical hinge there as well. So, like, that's going to be kind of how they kind of lean their chests back a little bit. And they're kind of Actually, that really elevated that pose for me. And because of that head works so nicely, let me get back to my tab here so I can see. Because that head can kind of like chicken motion back and forth, you can really bring that head out a little bit so that it looks more natural. And then what we can do is we can arch that abdomen back a little bit so we can get a little bit more of an angle there. We'll bring his legs out a little bit more. And essentially, it's the aura farming pose. But yeah, so here is kind of how a lot of the clones will carry these when they're firing them in the Clone Wars. So you can see we've got a very similar pose set up. And in this case, you can see that Jack has his arm a little bit lower. So we can utilize that bicep swivel and that elbow hinge as I remove the hinge off the blaster again. A little bit lower, and you can get that nice same kind of pose with the arm a little bit lower there. So you can see more of the character. And again, you can see, my camera's mirrored to what I'm trying to do. But yeah, you can see again, similar posing for the same character there. So, let's see. What's Fig saying? Okay. But you can also see there's characters like they'll run with them sometimes. Like, so here's a good picture of Jack. This was, I saw it, Movie Toy Tuber was asking. This is Buzz from the Second Battle of Geonosis carrying one. But Jack, he's in more of an idle pose here, right? So we'll use this one as another way to pose this figure. Like, so the way that he does it looks like he's got it low. He's much more relaxed with it as well. So we'll get this posed up there. And again, make sure to, like, the best way to maneuver and manipulate the rotary cannon is, like, to use those wrist hinges to your advantage, because those will really help you a lot. And you can see now, like, I've got a very natural looking pose for Thorn like that. You can see he's got very natural looking pose with it down at his side. And this is just kind of how I just study photos from, like, in the show or promo photos or just screenshots from the media. And there's another one I'm thinking of where, oh, there's the goat. Ouch. Gone too soon, bro. Gone too soon. Oh, this is what I'm thinking of right here. So there's a clone trooper. I can't find the picture, but he's it's in the Defensive Camino arc. Some of these guys will, like, angle these things up and fire up. Actually, now that I think about it, Thorn probably does it too. So let's get that. So if you wanted these guys to angle up a little bit, we'll kind of pull that arm back, pull this arm up, pull this here, go with like that. So we want Thorn to kind of do a more angled up pose, like he's firing up at something with that Z6. We can get this super easy to get. Look at that. Now he's shooting up. A very natural looking pose, and he's shooting up. But there we go. This is, I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of fun to do that, you know, just kind of show you guys how these guys, how you can pose this accessory. It's actually, once you kind of get the hang of it, it's very easy to pose this accessory. Utilize those wrist hinges to your advantage, and you'll be able to very quickly get some very natural looking posing with this guy. You'll be able to get just some badass poses. And again, the more that you play around with, like, the way it's shaped, because it is an awkward shape, like, I will say that. So, like, but if you're able to angle it down in more of a rest position, you can get it posed up without it taking up much space on your shelf whatsoever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's that. Such a cool looking figure. I'm so happy. These two right here, I'm pretty floored that these showed up in the same year, let alone the same wave. What a great pair of figures here. Red light, green light clones. How amazing. Are there any 375 clones who have that cannon? No, but I forget, someone told me on a recent stream that I did that these guys do actually, the TVC line does actually have the rotary cannon with a Jedi Survivor heavy weapons stormtrooper. the vintage collection. Damn, the vintage collection. Heavy Stormtrooper. I think it was a Gaming Greats they called it at the time. I'll show you guys a picture of him. So this is the Gaming Greats figure right here. Yeah, he comes with a shield and a blast effect too. Desperately need to get some Battlefront 2 troopers here. But yeah, here he is right here. You can see here's another photo of him right here. He comes with the shield piece and the blast effect piece. I don't know why Vintage Collection hasn't reused this sculpt yet, but hey, Chaotic Clouds, welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, definitely. And I'm pretty sure this figure is pretty cheap right now. Ooh, $26 at Walmart? Maybe I'm gonna eat my words there. Let's go to BigBadToyStore and see what's going on over there. You guys know I love my BigBadToyStore. Let's check this out. Let's just search up Stormtrooper. There's a lot of Stormtroopers for sale, but I'm not seeing the one that we're looking for. He might be sold out. I feel like I've been seeing him on sale, though, like deep discount clearance type thing. Oh, there he is right here. Look at, you can get him right now. The Heavy Assault Stormtrooper for a discounted price. He's 10% off, so he's not even $1 off, but you can get him for about $16. So, yeah. Who's the most famous clone to use that cannon? I feel like it's Heavy. I think that's the one everybody thinks of, because he was like the first major... He wasn't the first major clone. The first major clone to use it was actually Jek in the very first episode of the Clone Wars. Jek was the first one. We actually looked at some of his photos for promo photos for posing Thorn. But probably him, or who's another one that uses the heavy gun? Hardcase. I think Hardcase might be another one, like top contender there. So Dogma does not use it. Hardcase does, but they're in the same set of episodes. But yeah, let's see the save for later list. I don't have one. Because if I did, it would all be bought up. So, but with that, guys, I think that wraps up my unboxings here. So I was really excited. That was fun to open up red light, green light clones. It was fun to open up a TVC figure as well. But with that, I'm going to head out because I've got to go to bed. I got stuff to do. I got work in the morning. So with that, guys, I'm going to head out. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. As always, check out all the links in the description below. We've got awesome stuff coming. Make sure to tune in on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be joined with Alexander Storm from Shadownose Network, Scott Solo from Sarlacc Digest, and Great White North Empire. We're going to be reacting live to the Hasbro Star Wars panel at San Diego Comic-Con. So get ready, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm going to make this quick. We'll get out of here. Thanks for joining. We'll catch you for the next one. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Breaking off. All units, fire at will. Squad 2, pick your targets. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. Gotta hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. Where's our